Like if a friend said, "Hey, I want a little micro brushless racer quadcopter. Should I get this one?" I'd say, probably not. And we're going to talk about why that is. Alrighty, hey guys. Why do I talk like this? I'm not Australian because it's fun. That's why. Hey, so I'm getting my studio thing set up, and I haven't been making any videos or anything because like I want my studio to be set up right. But then I realized like, well, that's kind of a silly reason for not making any videos because I never had a studio in the first place. So yeah. Anyway, so here we have the Eachine Lizard 105S. Been meaning to do a review on this for quite a while, so I thought, hey, you know what? Let's do it now. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a great time, and eventually, this will just be kind of a sneak peek, I guess, of my studio before I get it totally set up. And the lighting. The lighting is bothering me, but we're gonna work with it. I've been learning a lot this past week about lighting and camera and audio and visual and set design and all kinds of crazy things. All right, let's get into this review right now. Boom. Oh, in case I didn't say it before, welcome to another video talking about quad stuff. And here it is, the Eachine Lizard 105S. Let's get a couple details out of the way. Eachine sent me this quadcopter. I did not pay for it, so thank you, Eachine. But they sent it to me to review, and here I'm gonna do a review. So just want to let you know, because I know some people think that like, oh, they sent it to you, of course you're gonna give it a good review, but that is not the case. In fact, I can't recommend this quadcopter. Like if a friend said, "Hey, I want a little micro brushless racer quadcopter. Should I get this one?" I'd say, probably not. And we're going to talk about why that is. Now, first of all, I'm not going to go into the specs. I'm not really super into that, but I will leave a link to the specifications in the description if you are interested. But what I want to cover are some of the main items here. So this is basically a micro brushless racing quadcopter. It has 1104 6000 kV motors. The prop size is, well, it's supposed to be 2.4 inches. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And it's got, I mean, it's all tricked out. It's got all the goodies. It's got some really good tech on here. So look, basically, this quadcopter, to give you the short version, this thing, it has really good components. It has really good technology on it, but the frame is the weak link in this quadcopter chain, I guess you could call it. So let me get my pointer here. Where's a pointer? A couple of the cool things about this quadcopter is it actually has an onboard HD DVR. Right here is a little SD card port, and you can put a little micro SD card in there, and it will record, I believe, 720p HD footage. Now that is not the same as what you will see through the lens through your goggles, but it does use the same lens, this guy right here, to actually record the footage. So that's really cool. So it's not amazing footage. It's really not anywhere near a GoPro, but it is way better than what you would get in just your normal FPV feed. And I'm not going to include any flight footage in this review, but if you want to see some flight footage, go check out my other videos. I have several of them, and one of them is like the first look video when I first got this quad. And so you can see some flight footage and what it looks like on the FPV screen and all that good stuff. All that good stuff. Okay, so this has, it's got a great flight controller, great little like stack here. It's very small, very lightweight. It's got a great VTX antenna setup here. This one came with a receiver. I like it. It's good. It's good. It's good. But the problem is the frame here. And the frame, it seems like, I mean, even the concept of the frame is okay. I like I think it's cool that you have the camera and the receiver and the antenna stuff kind of like standing up, and then it keeps it keeps the props out of the way of the field of view of the camera. That's very cool. But the thing is with this frame, and if we look at it here, it's like so many parts. I mean, you've got this these side braces here that connect from there to there to there, and then this another side brace on the other side, and then you have each one has an arm, and then it connects into the aluminum housing kind of frame here, which I think each of these is four separate sections. So basically what happens is, you get all of these little connections have some wiggle room, even if it's very small. Just the tolerances were not very good on this one, but basically the more connections you have, the more room you're going to have for wiggle. And in this case, it was pretty bad. When I first got it, I think you can see on the first look video that I could move the arms. I could move the arms here, and it's only gotten worse. You can see that I can wiggle the arm there. Yeah, so it's not good. And the reason why you see this screw here is because, well, here and here it's missing one. Was because I was trying to take the frame apart, and over here the screw broke in half when I was taking it out. And I did manage to get one screw out, and so I just found some random screws lying around and tried to make them fit in there, but it didn't it didn't turn out so great. And then this guy right here, it's partially out because when I was flying it around a little while before doing this review, it actually it kind of worked itself out. It was all the way in there, but I guess it wasn't tight enough, and it came out. Which brings us to the point about vibration. So it's all those little movements cause a lot of vibration as well, and I was getting some really bad vibration with the camera. And so what I realized was that mainly the problem with that was just because the actual the lens itself right in here there was some wiggle room inside this aluminum housing here. So I just put a few dabs of super glue, and that helped. It helped a lot. There's still some vibration, especially like on punch outs and stuff, but so I think that a lot of that is coming, from the frame. Now, so yeah, so the frame is a huge problem. So I think if they just went with like a standard, like an X type of frame, even if they just, I don't know, if they made some changes and it wasn't all like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 separate pieces that make up the frame to mount the motors to. I think it could be really good, because here's the thing. This thing is really fun to fly around. I mean, this thing is great for a backyard, especially if it's kind of a larger backyard, but it's much more fun, much more manageable to fly around than a 5-inch quad. Also the one of the kind of features of this is that it can take a 4-cell battery, which is pretty cool, and you can really zip around on a 4-cell. But unfortunately, the vibration is so bad, especially before I fix the camera, that it can be kind of hard to even see, and get some clear video on the 4-cell. So anyway, that's but so what I'm saying is, overall, like the concept is good, but the execution is a little bit lacking. Here's another big thing about this quadcopter is I really wish that Eachine had just made the frame slightly larger so that it could accommodate 2.5-inch propellers. So this is a 2.4-inch, which is what comes with it. It's not a bad propeller, really. I felt like I got quite a bit of control, and kind of durable. I mean, pretty durable. Kind of thin though. But it was good. It was okay. But the thing is that the frame here, I had to do a few modifications to actually get these propellers to work. These 2.5-inch propellers. So you see on the front here. Let me zoom in. on the front here, I have kind of crudely hacked away enough space for the propeller to fit. You can see there. So before the frame connected from here to here, but I just kind of cut that out, and now it fits. It fits the 2.5 inch. So I wish that it could be 2.5 inch. Shoot, I wish this thing could be 3 inch. I think 3 inch would work really well, but at least 2.5 inch. Let's at least give us that. Also here on the back, this little buzzer, which is nice. It's a little buzzer, LEDs. You know, that's cool. That's a nice feature to have, but it was mounted too high. It just has like adhesive. Well, I hot glued it because it was coming off, but it just has like a sticky adhesive pad that was there to hold it in place. But it started to slip, and then it kind of got chopped up, and it just wasn't ideal. I think it's broken, actually. I'm pretty sure I broke something. Doesn't work. The buzzer or the LED, something doesn't work. But anyway, so yeah, I would say let's try and keep this guy out of the way of these propellers. Give us a little bit more room here. And I think that would be really good. I think that covers it. Like I said, not too in detail here, but I just kind of want to give you some of the major thoughts and opinions about this. Again, I would not recommend this if you're looking for a micro brushless racer. I think this retails currently for around $170, and I just really feel like because of this frame, you could do better. If this had just like a standard, you know, solid X-frame and not all this like aluminum little teeny tiny screws that break connection stuff going on, I think it would be pretty solid. But as it is, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, do so. Do that. Subscribe. Like this video if you liked it. Share it with a friend. Share it with 5 million people. And hey, what do you think of the new lighting, huh? I like that. I think that's working pretty good. And remember, if you're like, hey Adam, we didn't get to see it fly or anything like that, well, go check out my other videos on the Lizard 105S. I have a few of them up there. Go check those out for some flight videos and all that stuff. And tell me what you think of those. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.